Hi. Hi, hi.
All right, so we are going to get started. We're excited to welcome you back to day 2 of Knights of North Castle. Avery and Reagan are here with us, and Sparky's around here somewhere. I think we're going to find him a little bit later. But for right now, we want to see what kind of crafts everybody did last night. And so Susie's going to start a slideshow to show off everybody's crafts. Ooh, there's Lily's craft. That looks awesome. She used glitter. Libby and Cooper's craft. Very good. I love your masks. Oh, there's Allison. Great job. Kylie. Great picture. Good job on your mask. All right, those are all the people that sent in crafts from last night. We can't wait to see everybody's crafts from today. Don't forget to send those pictures to skeller@lexington1.net. Miss Susie is going to come up and show us today's craft.
All right, so today's craft is a, you can show, it is a castle mosaic. There are tons of little sticker parts, but there is enough for each one. I've double checked, cut them all out. Go ahead and step forward so they can see. So anyway, so this is your craft. If it's around a purple area, you put in the purple sticker. If it's around a green area, you put in the green sticker. And then you have extra jewel stickers, and you can put them in the clouds or at the top of the turrets where the flag is or wherever you want. And we can't wait to see what you get done tomorrow. If you feel that that is too much stickers, there's also the castle that is in the extra kit. Craft kits, like it says extra crafts, and there's a poster of a castle with a whole bunch of stickers. You can also do that too. And I forgot to mention, don't forget to put on your new lanyard. Today we are armoring up for justice. So on your Sparky lanyard, please put armor up for justice. And you also in the blue bag have a workbook. It's like 2 pages. So if you want to check that out as well. So tonight's craft is the castle mosaic. It's in day 2 craft and it says castle mosaic. So have fun putting it together while you watch the show, and we hope that you learn something new. Thank you.
All right, we're ready to get started. Avery's going to come up front and center and start our music.
We are the Knights of North Castle. We
Knights of the North Castle. I hope everyone is ready for another great quest. Have you seen my dragon friend Sparky? Sparky? Sparky?
Hello.
Look, the knights are back. Look how good they did on their crafts. Where were you?
I had cold feet.
What?
And now cold feet, nervous. It's a joke.
Oh.
You can?
Have you been reading that old joke book again?
Oh, I figured I'd better brush up on some jokes about the cold. After all, everything is cool here at North Castle thanks to me.
I asked you.
Everything certainly
No,
is,
you're going to listen to that. That's all I'm asking you.
including the royal
30 minutes,
musicians.
not
Let's
even.
hear from them right now.
You're already 10 minutes into it.
When temptation's big and my faith seems small, I remember to surrender to the one who's able to deliver me. My shield and my defender. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. The bigger they come, the harder they fall. Giants in the land, my God is greater than the giants in the land, so I won't be afraid with all the giants in the land. Clothed in the armor of God, I'll stand against the giants in the land. Oh, 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 giants in the land. Oh, oh, oh. So I walk through valleys, I will not fear. When I remember to surrender to the one who's able to deliver me, my shield and my defender. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. The bigger they come, the harder they fall. Giants in the land, my God is greater than the giants in the land, so I won't be afraid of all the giants in the land. Clothed in the armor of God, I'll stand against the giants in the land. My God is greater than the giants in the land, so I won't be afraid of all the giants in the land. Clothed in the armor of God, I'll stand against the giants in the land. Oh, 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 giants in the land. The bigger they come, the harder they fall.
Great job, musicians and knights. Now feel free to chill out. Armor Rogan, could you check out my ring? You know the royal dog, don't you?
Frost. The king's dog, did he bite your wing?
He sure did. Now I have a frostbite. Get it?
Unfortunately, I do, Sparky. I found another riddle about the great armor. Remember, these riddles are written in an ancient dragon language.
And I'm the only one who can read it. Let me see what you have. This one says, if the breastplate of justice is what you seek, look for 5 pebbles and a creek.
The breastplate of justice. must be another piece of the great armor. So, to find it, we have to look for 5 pebbles in a creek.
Well, around here, it would be 5 pebbles in our frozen moat.
I think the riddle is trying to tell us where to look in the king's book. Five pebbles. Well, in looking through here, I see where people gathered 12 rocks after they crossed a river, but that wouldn't be it.
There was a boy who had 5 loaves of bread. I've eaten some bread that was just about as hard as a rock.
I've got it. There is a story in Samuel 17, 1 to 50 about a boy and 5 stones. Maybe that's it. Let's take a look inside the king's book and see if the royal players can help us find out.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, tells us about one of the most famous battles in the history of the world. It all starts with King Saul, a very strong and handsome guy. However, as we learn later, he was not a great king at all. Therefore, God chose a small young shepherd to be the next king. He was the smallest and youngest of 8 sons. His name was David. This little shepherd really loved God. King Saul led his people in battle against their arch nemesis, the Philistines. They were not very nice people. When I said they were not nice, I meant to say they were very mean. Thank you. The Philistine army was very confident, and for good reason. They had a secret weapon, a powerful soldier named Goliath. He measured 6 cubits and a span. In other words, he was very tall.
All right, let me try again. Sorry, technical difficulty.
They had a secret weapon, a powerful soldier named Goliath. He measured 6 cubits and a span.
What? Huh. How about now?
The Philistines.
Still frozen?
They were not very nice people. When I said they were not nice, I meant to say they were very.
Yeah, I stopped the share. Let's see if it will do it again. I don't know, wait, it's. Yeah. It went away. There it is. All right.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, tells us about one of the most famous battles in the history of the world. It all starts with King Saul, a very strong and handsome guy. However, as we learn later, he was not a great king at all. Therefore, God chose a small young shepherd to be the next king. He was the smallest and youngest of 8 sons. His name was David. This little shepherd really loved God. King Saul led his people in battle against their arch nemesis, the Philistines. They were not very nice people. When I said they were not nice, I meant to say they were very mean. Thank you. The Philistine army was very confident, and for good reason. They had a secret weapon, a powerful soldier named Goliath. He measured 6 cubits and a span. In other words, he was very tall. Taller than that. Taller? Close enough. Every day, Goliath yelled at the Israelites to send out someone to fight. All the Israelites, including King Saul, were too afraid to fight Goliath, so they did nothing for 40 days. Nothing, that is, until little David showed up to bring lunch to his brothers. While delivering food, David heard Goliath shouting at the Israelites, "Send out a man for me to fight." So he volunteered. The king was unsure about sending a boy into battle. But David told the king about how he had fought both lion and bear to protect his sheep. "I will do the same to Goliath." The king agreed and gave David all of his armor to wear. But it didn't fit. Instead, David simply took his sling, went to the creek, and found 5 smooth rocks. Maybe try those smaller ones over there. With only his sling and a bag of rocks, David goes to fight the powerful Goliath. Now, it was Goliath's turn to be shocked as he saw David approaching. Instead of a strong warrior, the Israelites sent a small shepherd boy with no armor. "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?" Unfazed, David said, "You fight me with weapons, but God will win this battle." Goliath just laughed. Maybe a little more. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, David took a stone from his bag, put it in his sling, and flung it at Goliath. It hit him right in the head, and he fell on his face. When the other Philistines saw that Goliath was dead, they all ran away, and the Israelites ran after them. All of this was just as David said when he told Goliath, "Our God doesn't need swords or spears. God owns this battle, and he will hand all of you over to us and bring justice." This is just one great story from the King's Book.
Was one epic battle. And the story answered our riddle about the pebbles and the creeks. Sparky.
Is it over? Was the giant defeated?
Yes, where did you go? Were you afraid of Goliath?
Of course.
Well, so were the Israelites. Bet David would be a big fan of our banner verse. Remember, it's from Ephesians 6:10. Strong in the Lord and strength of his power. Sparky, why don't you say it with me this time? Be
strong in the Lord and the strength of his power. That does give me a little more courage.
Speaking of courage, our knights did a great job to first class last time.
What's our castle call out for today?
The castle call out is armor up with justice. Remember to put your fists to your shoulders like you are putting on a safety harness. When you say armor up, now there's motion. When you say with justice, let's together. Armor up with justice!
Did you find the breastplate of justice or did you find the breastplate of just us? Get it? Just us?
Yes, I think I got it.
Just us. It's funny because it sounds like just this. And there's a lot of us here.
Yes, thank you, Sparky, but we are talking about the breastplate of justice.
What is a breastplate anyway? What is justice? Are those things Roman soldiers had?
Great question, Sparky. Yes, these are all metaphors, things that are familiar that help us understand something unfamiliar. Paul, the writer of Ephesians, used the breastplate as a metaphor. Remember, there were a lot of Roman soldiers around, and people would have understood what he was saying. The breastplate was the main part of the Roman soldier's armor. It would protect important parts of the body, like the heart and the lungs. When we talk about justice, we might mean someone getting either a reward or a punishment for something that they had done.
So when David defeated Goliath, that was justice?
Yes, God rewarded David for trusting in God. God decides what justice is because God is perfect. Just so God can bring justice.
Last time we found the belt of truth, and this time we found the breastplate of justice. Those sound like two different things.
Exactly. Justice and truth go together, just like the belt and the breastplate go together in a soldier's armor. A soldier would need to put his belt on first, and then the breastplate. Just like we need to know the truth before we can know about justice.
This is really exciting.
It sure is. Good job, Knights. And this story about David reminds us that God can bring justice. David knew that the Lord, the God of Israel, was with him, and that truth gave him courage to stand up between the giant. David knew that God would bring justice between Goliath and the Philistine army and the Israelites.
And God brought the Israelites victory even though they had to face Goliath.
Exactly. Let's say the castle call out together.
Armor up with justice. Say it with us, Knights. Armor up with justice. Good.
And let's not forget our banner verse. Be strong in the
On the
Lord and the strength of his power.
Let's pray.
Thank you, Lord, that you are the one true God. Thank you that you bring justice and you give us the courage to trust you, even when we are in difficult situations. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, everybody, don't forget to stand up and dance with Avery. We're going to do Earthquake.
That night when you feel the fear start creeping in, the light that once burned bright is barely flickering. It seems like hope is nowhere to be found. The only thing to do is shout the name of Jesus loud. Feel the ground move, feel the earth shake. The power of God is moving like an earthquake. See the walls fall, see the chains break. The power of God is moving like an earthquake. Feel the ground move, feel the earth shake. The power of God is moving like an earthquake. See the walls fall, see the chains break. The power of God is moving like an earthquake. Your love came and found me, took me by the hand. Your grace made a way, don't need a second chance. 'Cause I was once a prisoner, now I'm free. been forever lost its grip on me, so I will sing. Feel the ground move, feel the earth shake. Power God is moving like an earthquake. See the walls fall, see the chains break. Power God is moving like an earthquake. Feel the ground move, feel the earth shake. Power God is moving like an earthquake. See the walls fall, see the chains break. Power God is moving like an earthquake. Hands in the air and your feet on the floor. Let's shake, 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 shake like an earthquake. Hands in the air and your feet on the floor. Let's shake, 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 shake like an earthquake. Hands in the air, feet on the floor. Let's shake, 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 shake like an earthquake. Hands in the air and your feet on the floor. Let's shake, 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 shake like an earthquake. Feel the ground move, feel the earth shake. Power God is moving like an earthquake. See the walls fall, see the chains break. Power God is moving like an earthquake. Feel the ground move, feel the earth shake. Power God is moving like an earthquake. See the walls fall, see the chains break. Power God is moving like an earthquake. La, 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 la. Whoa.
All right, great job, Knights. Great job, Avery. Thanks for leading that for us.
So we're just going to do a little bit of trivia like we did last night to close up. Are you ready?
Now's a good time for you to unmute yourself if you want to answer the trivia questions.
All right. So our trivia today is David went in battle against Goliath with A, the king's armor, B, a sandwich and an apple, C, a sling and 5 small stones, or D, his best friend. What is it, guys?
The armor?
Oh, no, he didn't go in with armor. He went in with a what to defeat him? That he used in his own little field when he guarded his sheep.
She's on mute.
A sling and how many stones? 5 stones. Good job. To become a knight, one would first become a page and then what? We haven't gone over this, but let's see if you can get it. A whole book, a squire, a police officer, or a baker. You have to become
Squire.
That's correct. Good job. You are a squire. And our banner verse says, be strong in the Lord and the strength of his, is it A, power, B, army, C, horses, or D, iceberg? What do we have to be? We have to be in the strength of his what?
Power.
Power. Good job. So tonight you have your castle mosaics to do. Please remember to email me a picture at skeller@lexington1.net. We saw some great masks and tapestries yesterday. We really liked them. And we hope to see you tomorrow again at 6 p.m. Remember, you can practice music and we also upload the videos to YouTube at our Christus Victor channel. So please check them out. Thanks.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Hope you have a good rest of your day. See you tomorrow.
Bye,
6 p.m.
Stand up. Stand up. Can I do this now? Wait, I want to tell you a call. Ow.